welcome to Season 2 of The Drum Mission. The Drum Mission. And you know, the channel has turned into something else. I started it like, I don't know, mid-May of last year. And I got like 74 videos up now. And I started out doing a lot of instruction because I didn't know what else to do. Excuse me, I'm repeating a little bit. But you know, I ended up... I'm really a nincompoop, I really am. You don't hear that word nincompoop that often anymore. It's a great word. Let's bring back nincompoop as a country. There's one thing we can come together on. Anyway, I started really digging the interviews, you know, musicians on couches drinking coffee. I have to say, that's the greatest name for a show ever. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of that this year. I'm going to be doing maybe some instructional if something really hits me. But I have some other things in mind. Anyway, for today, we're doing a gear review on a new kit I bought. Yay! Over the summer. Why was I gone for a month? About 6 weeks, I didn't put up any videos. You're absolutely right. And that's because I was on tour. I took a little vacation. All that kind of stuff. And when you're on tour and you're playing around, it just wasn't conducive to the right thing. I guess I can learn to do Zoom interviews, but you know, setting up the interviews and the editing is time consuming when you're on the road and stuff. It just, you know, you get lazy. And doing that stuff in a van or in a car, a lot of times I'm driving myself. Anyway, it wasn't good. Anyway, so today would be the first, well, not today. Today's the 14th. It's a Tuesday and I'm filming. I'll probably release this on Friday. I'll go back to my Friday release date. You'll get to see this new gear review and my new kit. Anyway, check it out. I hope you enjoy Season 2. You got any suggestions for shows? Send an email my way, man. Okay, on to the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Season 2 of The Drum Mission. It's September 14th. I'll probably get this up by 15th or 17th. Welcome to Season 2. I don't know what seasons are in the YouTube world, but I did take about a month off. I did a little traveling. I did a bunch of touring. I had a good time. Made a lot of money playing. Hurt my rotator cuff. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, but in the meantime, I bought a new kit, and I decided to change a few things on this channel. We are going to continue by popular demand. Musicians on couches drinking coffee. Got some cool interviews coming up. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about gear. And we're going to do a gear review. I decided I'm going to do much less of the instructional video because really you've got people like Jojo Mayer, and you can look up Gad and Caliuta and all sorts of great drummers doing instructional videos. And you know, if there's something that really strikes me, I'll do one. But other than that, I'm going to do interviews. I'm going to do some other kind of things. I got some other ideas and we'll get to that. Anyway, this is the Gretch Catalina Club. Now, my rock kit is also the Gretch Catalina. It's the rock version. It's got a 22-inch bass drum, 12, and then I play with a 14 and 16-inch floor tom. And remember, I set up left-handed. And of course, I have a variety of snares I use on it. That is my rock kit with that 22-inch bass drum. However, this bass drum is 18 inches, and I really like the color. This color, this yellow fire color. You know, you see guys play with this, and there's a blue version, and then there's the mahogany version of the same kit. Very nice. I like the mahogany one. I don't care for the blue one that much because everybody plays with the blue one. In fact, I gotta tell you this story. I know a guy. I think he's a little older than me, or maybe he's a little younger than me. You know, he's got a little bit of hair. He's got that Homer Simpson hair. You know, the 3 strands that he combs over. And we're, oh wow, look at the hair he's got. What beautiful hair, one, singular, you got. And he's got a whole bunch of Gretch kits. And he's got the Gretch hats and the Gretch shirt. And when he shows up with these kits, you think he's going to be like this incredible bebop jazz player. And he's just not very good. He's not very good. I get the complaints. I hear the complaints. Oh, I had to work with so-and-so last night. Oh, you couldn't hear a snare drum. Terrible. But we shouldn't talk behind his back, but we do. but sometimes this kit makes me think of him a little bit. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because it came in a Guitar Center. I teach at Guitar Center here in Canton. Sign up for lessons right now. I'll get you a free hot dog. You're going to have to pay for it, but it'll be free. I don't know how that works. Anyway, it came in and I just dug the color, and I do a lot of, in the winter's coming, and I do a lot of club dates where I was hauling this rock kit around, because I don't get any calls. Look. I'm not afraid to say it. I get very few calls for bebop. I don't think I've gotten any calls for bebop. I think about 3 years ago, I think I did one gig that had some bebop in it. I get rock and R&B, I get the occasional fusion, I get some swing, I do some Chicago kind of stuff, some Chicago tribute band stuff, but all that kind of thing. I very rarely get the call for that bebop sound, right? So I was hesitant about getting this kit. I really like the color, and I like the fact that the bass drum was 18 inches. It comes in at retail around $799. But there's some things I very much like about it. Let's talk about first the mounting system. On my rock kit, the mounting system is absolutely awful. It is just awful. The drums move around, nothing is sturdy. The tension lugs there for it, they loosen up, they strip, just awful. It's the one thing I always disliked about that kit, was the mounting system is just terrible. Mr. Gretch, what were you thinking? However, this mounting system, for this set, they're using the higher end version. I think it's from the Broadcast, which is one of their higher end kits, on this little Jazz Catalina. And it is fantastic. Look at this. Look, it don't move. It don't move. Now I'm not, I don't have a bulldozer here. It's gentle, but it don't move. It does not move. That is wonderful. You got the giant ring, with the Gretch insignia. I really dig that. It looks good. The big ring, my other one doesn't have that. And then we have the Gretch logo. Just really nice, very nice looking, and very, very, very functional. Good job on that, Mr. Gretch. The legs on this bass drum, very, very sturdy. Again, from a higher end version of Gretch drums, right? From a higher end version. I hate the legs on my Catalina rock kit as well. They're flimsy, the shoes, the rubber shoes. Oh my God, I must have replaced 20 of those by now. I replace them, always losing them, right? They fall off, I lose them. These legs, great. Bass drum, nice and sturdy, all right? Same thing with the floor tom legs, nice and sturdy. Now, let's talk about one of the cons. And that's this little drum mount to make the drum a little higher, so that you can get your bass drum in there, and the bass drum will hit the bass drum beater will hit about dead center. This little mounting piece, I don't know what the right answer would be. I don't particularly care for this answer. To this, you need to have something there so that the beater will hit about dead center in the bass drum, right? You need to have something there. But when I make my DW5000 pedal flush against the back end of that little mount, then the pedal, the chain hits the edge of the drum. It doesn't work. So I've got to give myself like a 1/4 inch between the wall of that mounting piece and the lip. That does not make me feel secure that my bass drum pedal is not going to move. That doesn't make me feel good. And although the 5000 has a good gripper on it and it doesn't move that much, it does move. So there needs to be a better solution to that. That is my biggest con. My biggest con on this. Let's talk about, for the kind of gigs I take this to, I'm not beating the hell out of my bass drum. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be just fine. And the last wedding I played with it, I think one time I had to straighten out the pedal and crank that you know, crank the tightener a little bit on my DW5000 one time during the gig, which is actually, if you've ever done gigs when you've had a problem with that, doing it one time through a gig is not awful. Let's talk about the thrower. The thrower on the snare drum. You know, you don't see this thrower and you think, wow, this thing will do my laundry, do the dishes, drive me home from the gig. No, it's not that kind of thing. It's a good thrower. You know, it's new, so it's a little tight. It's a little better, a little higher end than the one on my Gretch Catalina snare from the Rock kit. Got a nice snap. You can hear that. You know, when I put it back, we put the snares back on. It's not a great thrower. It's okay. It's nice. It's nice. Got the tension adjuster is nice and tight. You know, you can feel the movement of it. That's really nice. But let's talk about something now the most important is tone, sound. Okay? So let's start with home bass. Now, on this snare drum, I kept the original, the head that they gave, you know, they give you in the box, right out of the box, which is, you know, it's got the Gretsch logo on it, and it's just really a Remo Ambassador head. That's what this is. That's what they all are like that. It's fine. I cranked it up a little bit. To be honest with you, for some of the rock gigs that I do, it's a little high for me. As a matter of fact, if I wanted to keep the color scheme the same, I would probably, like on a Tasha Owens R&B gig, if I was going to do a lot of them, I'd probably replace this head with an Emperor, or even maybe a Remo Power Stroke. Right? I like those a lot. I use those on a lot of my other snares. As a matter of fact, the go-to drum, and I've already done this a couple of times with this kit, I have a Yamaha Birch snare drum 5.5 by 14 with a Remo Power Stroke 3 on it, and that drum sounds great, and I use that for the R&B and the rock gigs a lot. It sounds good. However, obviously it wouldn't match this color. You know, it's the honey amber color, so it wouldn't match this color. So, but right now, to be honest with you, because I don't generally play with this high pitched of a snare, and it's not that high. Like, I like a little more body to the snare. I'm kind of digging this right now. I'm kind of liking it. The other thing that we can listen to is you get a nice cross stick sound. Very, very nice. So let's. Reggae. Very nice cross stick sound, very nice. Very full body, right, for a little drum. Now, I did change the heads on the bass drum and the tom-toms, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so again, I get very few calls for bebop and that kind of thing. And when you play that Ambassador on the tom-toms, that one-ply Ambassador head on the bass drum and the tom-toms, it's got very much that very pitchy, very jazz sound. And I guess if I was going to do a jazz trio thing with an upright bass, I might put those Ambassadors back on this. However, it's just not what I get a call for. Even the trio stuff that I do a couple of jazz trio things. And in that jazz trio, we do a lot of pop, you know, and we swing a little bit. And I probably wouldn't switch out. So what did I switch them to? I put hydraulic heads, Evans hydraulic glass on the tom-toms. This is a 12, this is a 14. On the bass drum, I have an Evans EMAD. An Evans EMAD with the patch in the center. Right? Wonderful. It is a wonderful head. Man, it really warms it up. So, I can play those Tasha R&B gigs and I fit right in. Now, if you're playing a slightly bigger room or even outdoors and you're maybe like a barbecue or something, and that's happening a lot right now, the Shure Beta on the bass drum works great as a mic to give it a little more power. However, in the club scene that I've been doing, I haven't even needed a mic. A couple times I did not even need a mic on it, okay? So it's got plenty of projection, I have nothing in the bass drum. Nothing in the bass drum. Nothing, there's no sheets. This is just the Evans EMAD, tuned the way I like it. I keep the front head tuned. It's not tight, it's not loose. It's just get all those wrinkles out, right? Leave the cave sound, but I don't want too much echo. So very nice, right? Very nice. So let me play a little bit that you can hear. Gretch Catalina for $7.99. I recommend it. A good buy. This is a good buy. Is it the greatest kit I ever owned? No. Is it going to be fun to play this year? Yupper! Alright, see you on the next one. Drum Mission. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, all that stuff. We got a lot of cool videos coming to you this year.